All right, so what I'm going to do is log out. Sorry, I didn't mean to jump scare you guys with the face cam. Spooky time. I'm just gonna log in. All right, there we go. So let's see, where can I put this? Here. So what am I gonna do? Well, we need to do an iconic dark bargainer. Oh God. What if this is all? If I'm putting my main, I hope it's good. We're gonna take a deep breath and hope it's good. Worst case scenario is it sucks and I never want to play my main again. But it's not gonna suck, right? This is new. They want it to be popular. It's probably OP. Most new stuff is OP a little bit because it hasn't been balanced, tweaked. I'm just not a fan of the how do I say it without sounding strange? I don't know what you guys thought when you first heard that the expansion was going to be Ravenloft. I was super excited because I love Ravenloft. But then when I heard the race was damp here, I was like, what? I thought somebody was making a joke. I'd literally never heard of that before. I did research and then I found out, oh, it is like it's a thing. But I kind of don't. I was hoping that they were going to do something else. I was hoping for Githyanki, to be honest. So this is really weird. I haven't ever seen a race that just gets 1 point. It's really weird. So that means that instead of going to 20, it just goes to 19. That is super lame. I don't like that. We're not going to complain too much, though. What else do I want? I have no idea where this character is going to wind up. No clue. So we'll do that. This point should be over here, but all right. So I know that I can't make a traditional, but I'm going to try to do my minion enchanter warlock variant with this character just to see how it plays. And then once I learn, then we do, because we need to do 3 of these lives, right? In order to grab this iconic, we have to do this 3 times. So this first one here, we're just going to basically test the water and see how it plays and if it's, super cool. I always put 1 point into perform. Actually, I only need 1 point in tumble. And then I've got UMD, I've got spellcraft. Probably what I'll do is bluff here. Concentrate, we don't really need it because we use quicken. Although if you do a lot of scroll casting, concentrate's good to have. 1 allure skill, so I went with bluff. You could do intimidate, either or is fine. And then jump, like technically I should probably put points into jump just because having jump at low level, we're going to take the spell too, but it just helps you like survive. So if it were hardcore, I'd say probably we would just do like 4 jump here, but on a live server, it doesn't really matter because we don't need to worry about death. Oh, and these are the dark gifts, so I have to do one of these. These are the ones that have like a benefit and then it has like a debuff attached to it, right? So we'll read through these a little bit. So I have to pick one of these, this racial bonus. Echo Soul, my soul is fractured. That doesn't sound good, bro. I gain +3 to all skills. +1 for every 2 character levels. That's super strong if you need skills. +1 to all saving throws. And +1 for every 3 character levels. So the benefit is super strong if you need skills, points, and if you need good saving throws. The downside is when you get hit with a melee or range, there's a small chance of your echoed soul will become afraid, blinded, or okay. No, sorry, I don't mean to cuss, but no way I'm doing that. Anybody who's run with the Guidance of Shar trinket on knows that when they say it's a very small, rare chance in DDO, means it's going to happen to you all the time. The random dice generator in DDO is completely borked. This sort of stuff happens. We saw it with Wild Magic. Wild Magic is supposed to be super rare. How many of you guys have thrown a teleport and failed, and now you're falling over the marketplace and you recast teleport and it fails again? I've had that happen to me 5 times in a row. Statistically, it'd be like me finding a suitcase full of money and then finding another suitcase full of money. Like, it's so, but in DDO, that's just part of the DDO universe. That sort of stuff happens. So I don't think I would ever want to do that, especially being immobilized. That's a root, bro. That's bad. That'll get you killed. Blinded is all right. Afraid is okay. But being immobilized 6 seconds with no save, no way. Absolutely not. Okay, form of pain. Your body is cursed to be prone to all manner of damage, but you have the ability to withstand it. That literally makes no sense. What? What? So you get passive PRR MRR 5, which basically equals like a 1%, which is garbage. So that benefit is not very good. The downside is when you take damage, your body changes. You gain the form of pain effect, which grants you more PRR and MRR, another +2, but also reduces your movement speed and spells costs, and the spell cost by 1% as the pain distracts you, and they stack 10 times, so you can have a 10% increased cost in spells. That's not like a huge deal. And they're removed every 3 seconds. And then the stacking PRR. It's the movement speed thing that would bother me. The debuffs aren't very bad, but the buff isn't very good. Like, why would I want... If that were 50 PRR, I'd say, wow, Form of Pain might actually be the one to take. But it's just not a lot. It's not enough. Living Shadow, your shadow extends your reach, acting your Dark Impulse, doubling your range from melee weapon. That is super cool. If you play melee and you're swinging a giant two-handed axe, that's probably going to make your build like obscene. Small chance when you critically hit, you get drained, reducing your damage by 15% for 6 seconds. You know what? I think if you've got a monster build and your damage is 15% for 6 seconds, while it is a lot overall, I have a feeling people are going to be able to min-max out of that, so it won't even really matter. Like, we'll have to wait and see. Living Shadow might be the one that a lot of melees do. But we'll have to see. The extra range might not matter. It might not be worth the extra 15% that people lose, especially how often it hits. But since I'm doing a spellcaster, I'm not going to worry about it. Minion of the Eldritch. Your soul has touched something beyond the planes, and a connection is formed. You gain 5 spell power per character level and a 1% crit damage for every 2 character levels for 12 seconds with a 2-minute cooldown. I don't like that it's an on-use click, but that's a pretty good, like... The problem is, okay, so on a Sork or like a Wizard or any other nuking class, like a Favored Soul, that would be a good, like, you're going to kill a boss or like a champion, you punch that button, your DPS goes way up, you nuke the boss, and then you move on. But on a Warlock, you don't really have that kind of burst because Warlock damage sucks. So having this on a Warlock, I mean, maybe it's a little bit better, but it's also going to be based on what the downside is. Like, I can't even imagine a downside of that because it's just a button you have to click. When you use the ability, you have the chance of an Eldritch being to reach out, to grow tired of your petitions and decide to punish you instead. But they don't say what the punishment is. So do you just take a bunch of damage? The chance increases each time you play. So it's also counting up the time between. So like this patron will definitely punish you every so often. I don't really like the sound of that one either. Let's see what Mist Walker is. You learn how to navigate the mists with time and luck. Trigger this ability to leap forward briefly. 5% reflex save, stacking, 20% bonus incorporeal. That's really good. This shares cooldown with abundant step. Okay, so reflex saves and a 20% incorporeality. I'm assuming it's stack. Yep, it says stacking, so that's awesome. What's the debuff? When using this ability, there's a small chance the mists will nearly catch you, become exhausted. Minus 50% penalty to movement speed. That's terrible. Minus 6 strength and dex. That's terrible. And no tumble. Normal immunities or remedies to exhaustion will not protect you against this. That's unfortunate. I'd be really worried. Okay, so here's my thought. Most of the time when people do like a Misty Step or something like that, you're kiting, and if suddenly you can be popped with a minus 50% movement, that would probably get you killed, especially if you weren't paying attention or like you didn't have a high strength to begin with, and now you have minus 6 strength. If you became encumbered with that 50% movement, you may actually not be able to move at all. So this one, while it sounds really good, I'd be really worried about that 50% move, especially since they're not letting you do anything to become immune to that. Every touch causes life. This is touch of death to wilt. You can use this power if you know the way. You gain +3 negative and +3. So +3 spell power, negative spell power, +3 negative heal amp per character level. That's pretty good. And then you lose 5 positive. Yeah. I mean, bro, that is probably the best one, because if you're doing negative power, negative, you want negative, you don't care about positive anyway. And the benefit from having the 30 negative spell power, if you're healing yourself with negative energy and then the negative heal amp is you won't even notice that positive stuff being gone. So touch of death seems like the one that you would take. The other truth is too, like even if you do reduce your positive power, that won't be the big hit. The thing that's going to suck is your heal amp. Like losing heal amp, 5 heal amp per character level. Heals aren't going to hit you very hard, but if you can negative heal, then who cares? So far touch of death is winning, just because it's going to affect me the least, right? I don't like any of these other ones. Like they just have way too much stuff going on that's going to make it like wild magic levels of pain in my life, and I probably wouldn't enjoy it. Web touched wretch. You become entwined in a great cosmic web, which occasionally becomes coterminous with reality. Your offensive spells, melee, ranged attacks occasionally cause strange spectral webs. I want to do this one, bro. That sounds awesome. To coat your enemies and slow them, entangling them for up to 6 seconds with no save. All right, what's the downside? When you get hit with melee or ranged attacks, so basically any attack, although it doesn't say a spell attack, right? So that's good to know. But melee or ranged attack, there's a small chance that the webs turn on you, applying a slow effect to you. Spell immunities, freedom of movement do not prevent the slow. What is the slow effect? How slow is the slow effect? What do you guys think? Should I do the web touch wretch just for giggles, because it would be the most interesting? Because, bro, I'm going to be like throwing spells around. If I can just like start webbing everything, that would be super cool. 6 seconds slow. I mean, I have 30 movement speed. I have a quiver of alacrity. I don't really care about running slow. But we know, like what we said earlier, a small chance, even if it's like a less than 1% chance in DDO, you get hit and attacked so often, you're basically just going to be slowed the entire time, right? This is what we're going to discover trying this out. Like, watch, we're just going to be slowed the entire time. It's probably going to be a disaster. Oh, this is interesting. So this is the new Pact, Dark Power. Your patron is a dark power from Ravenloft, calling you from the mists. Allow you to manipulate death. Your Eldritch Blasts deal evil damage. Okay, so then you don't have to... Okay, that's good. They're all automatically evil. You don't have to spec into that. That's cool. And you get 1d6 bonus pack die. Did they change these? That's the question I have. Did they change any of these? Okay, doesn't look like they did. So all the pack die are 1d6. And then this just basically adds electric, sonic, fire, acid, negative. I was hoping that they'd redo the abyss since they have now given us an undead. All right, we're going to try this. Right? It's a class feat. Yeah, we'll try this dark power. I have no idea how this is going to play, so I'm basically just going to kind of build it like I normally build it. So the first thing I would take here would be maximize. That might be a bad idea. The first spell that I take here is jump. So we've got our Web Touch Wretch Dark Gift. We've got our Vampire Bite. We're going to be considered like a lesser undead, so we'll be immune to drowning. And now I have to make this... It's funny to me that you can be lawful good. That's so weird. I'm just gonna basically blot out these for now. And usually what I do, I'm not going to spend that much time doing this, right? Usually what I do, because I don't like to spend a lot of time doing this, is I just basically reset everything to 1. And then I see what the default looks like. And then if it looks okay, then I just stick with that. I don't usually spend a lot of time doing this stuff. And we'll make her bald right away. Just so I can see the gist of her face. Can I get rid of that stuff? Okay, yes, we can... Oh, I forgot about this. I made a clip. I made a short about this. I don't want this jewelry, bro. How do I get rid of that stupid, ugly nose ring? Oh, all right. There it is. Oh, no. It's still there. I don't want any jewelry at all. I think we're going to do Lucky 7. I think Lucky 7's got the best aura, right? It's like a sword in one ear. Who cares? So is this the color? This is the color. Okay, yeah. Let's make it dark. We'll make it dark so we can't see it. I would love to just shut it off, but you can't. Lips, I actually don't care. We're going to goth her out, though. Right? We'll make her goth. We'll try to do her as much like Elvira as we can. Glow color? I don't know if I want any glow. We're just going to go as dark as we can get and leave it like that. Eye color? I'm going to keep it the same. We'll do Betazoid black, right? A little Deanna Troy action. Skin... She's supposed to be dead, right? It's cool. We'll do as light as we can get because she's supposed to be a corpse. I'm not sure what these are. Oh, you can do crazy. Yeah, we can make the crow. I like that. I would assuming if she was undead or like a variant of undead, she'd probably have a lot of scars. So we're gonna do that one. And then what's this? Okay, yeah. I think I like the fact that that would make it so that from far away, although that one's pretty cool too. But yeah, from far away, that one looks all right. Can I do elf ears? I wonder. Yes. Oh God. Oh boy. All right, I just want normal elf ears. All right, that's it. Oh, I can change the head. So one is okay. Oh God, that's awful. No, I don't like that. The Spock eyebrow, but that's weird. And I don't like the little teeth. It looks kind of cheeseball. We're just gonna stick with one. Eyebrows, not gonna worry about that at all. I have no idea what this is. So what does this even mean? So that's probably the most elf-like that I can go with, since Mary's usually an elf, right? But let's see what this does. All right, that's the color. That's one hair, and then you can color the tail. All right, I don't care about any of that. I'm just gonna make it white. She usually has white hair, so that's good. All right, that's fine. I was kind of hoping the models would allow you to do like a little bit of different customization. Hopefully you guys like when you're making your tune are able to do what you want. And we get to start at level 15 because we're an iconic, right? So that's cool. There's so much junk in like setting up a TR. And for some reason my bars got messed up. I need to make a new one. All right, the rest of that looks good. All right, I've got that turned on. I have that turned on right. That all looks good. Okay. Let's do the gameplay. Gameplay looks good. Okay. Elminster. What's happening, bro? I just saw you in Baldur's Gate. Accept the warlock training. Yes. All right, that's not bad. Okay, so most important, we always do UMD, we always do spellcraft. And I want to do my allure skill. I don't need to worry about swim spot. I could do search. Like I should have enough points that I could do search, but for right now, I'm not going to worry about it. I could also do concentration if I thought I was going to scroll cast, but I'm not really going to worry about that. I'm going to get my jump to 5. So I'm going to do 2 there for now. We don't really need bluff early. I'm going to take false life here. If this were hardcore, I'd definitely take false life there, but on a live server, you could probably take something else. Oh, dread mist. Create a small area of mist that lasts for 20 seconds. Enemies inside the mist have their movement slowed. They get a debuff on their will saves, and they take evil damage per caster level every 2 seconds. Bro, that sounds strong. That sounds really strong. If you could do that with the aura from the Enlightened Spirit, that'll be super strong. I don't think you can, though. I think they make you blast. Alright, so I've got 5 jump. Now I'm just gonna go, like, bluff. And here, like I said, I'm just gonna keep doing, like, the normal build that I do. So the next one I take here is Empower. We're blasting Charisma. Okay. Ah, Voodoo's raiding me with 50 people. W Voodoo. W Raiders. Thank you for the raid. I appreciate it. W Voodoo. Hope you're good, brother. Good to see you. Hope you're having a great day. Thank you for the raid. I appreciate it. W Voodoo. W Raiders. Love to see everybody. Hope everybody's having a great time playing some GDO. Hope you guys had a good stream. Thank you. Appreciate it. Good to see everybody. Mustang 50. Ulik. Zulkir. Nice to see you guys. Making an iconic Warlock. We're going to try it out. I picked... What did I pick? I don't even remember what it's called. I picked the one that basically makes the webs. So we'll see what happens with that. I think what I'm going to do here, because I have the extra point, is take Concentrate, because like I do Scroll Cast. And then I love Sleet Storm, so we're going to take Sleet Storm. Invisibility, usually I take, or Blur. Actually, I'm going to do Invis first. You can do Invis wands and scrolls. Technically don't need to take it. I just get lazy. I don't want to carry the stuff around, so usually I just take it. But W Voodoo, I appreciate the raid, man. W Raiders, good to see everybody. Exciting times are coming. We're going to be able to move to 64-bit servers. Super excited about that. Excited to see where it all lands. Who's going to go where. You know, I'm just going to basically, like I said to you guys earlier, we're going to go wherever the biggest population is eventually. Like, we'll wait until August. And then whatever server pops off as the biggest, I'm just going to move everything to there. If it turns out to be Cormyr stays the biggest, I'll stay on Cormyr. But if Thrain turns out to be the biggest, I'll move to Thrain. Like I said, the only one I probably would be nervous to move to would be the EU one, and that's only because I'd be worried about my ping. But, I mean, to be honest, if 95% of the game population was on the EU server, I probably would move there, because I want to be where everybody's playing. I want to be where all the other content creators, all the raiders, all the people that I normally play with hardcore, I just want to be where everybody is, right? So let's keep going on concentration. So I mean, I technically could keep going on jump, but like I'm not super worried about it, because we do have the spell. And then here we take quicken. Again, I'm doing my minion enchanter build. This may be a bad idea, but I don't know what to expect because this is brand new. Your dread miss damage, 1d3 caster level increase. It sounds like we're going to be getting a lot of damage throwing down that mist. So like I was saying to you guys, this may be really OP, like initially. So I'm hoping it is. It'd be like old school Warlock. When Warlock first launched, was so strong. Any of you guys who are around and played like Warlock when it first dropped, it was like really, really strong. They had to nerf it. They nerfed it like 7 times. Eventually they nerfed it to death, right? And we're where we are now, where it takes us like an hour to kill a boss, but I'm hoping that this feels a little bit better. So, and we'll definitely, once I hit cap, we'll go and time those kills out. The dinosaur in the Isle of Dread, we'll see how fast we can kill it, and then we'll put it up against the monk kill to see. You know, I have a feeling the monk was killing it 10 or 20 times faster, but we'll see. Maybe this does well. Now we take Sleet Storm. And here, I mean, this would be up to you guys. I think I'm probably just going to start throwing points in balance. Right here, I'd start to do my enchanting. Nice. Negative energy burst, W. That's really good. I'm just going to do enchant because that's what my build does. Because we're a minion enchanter, right? So, like, that's... But this could be a terrible idea. We may be making, like, a bricked character. We'll see how it goes, though. We should be all right. Eve Arts, definitely, as soon as you can take that. It's just so good. Eve Art's like one of the best spells in the game. We'll go balance again. Here, we'll do displacement, yeah. More charisma action. Another balance, and then let's see what we got. Okay, Bargainer's Will. I think here I do another enchant, like a greater enchant, right? I'm pretty sure. Yeah, level 12. Yeah, there it is. Okay, we've got our 5 balance. So 5 balance, 5 jump. That's really good. Here, do I do finger? I think I'm gonna do finger. Yeah, we're gonna do finger. Finger's just way too fun to not do it. Especially because I don't know what's gonna happen with this build. I think I'm going to do heal because heal will boost my negative and positive, and I'm not sure where I'm going to land on what I'll need, but I have a feeling I'm going to need either or, right? So we'll do heal. We've got Death Aura. Oh, there we are. We're locked in for this undead thing. I'm going to take protection. We're getting locked into this undead thing. I've got 3 points now, so I'm just going to blast my heal up with those 3 points. This is the last level. So Call on the Mist. This is enemies in a small area who are currently affected by Dread Mist must make a saving throw versus my Enter Charisma plus my Necro bonus or die. Holy crap, dude. What are we gonna do here? We'll do Heighten here. And then I think like my level 18 probably would be Arcane Initiate. That would give me another spell DC. It also gives me like a really cool magic missile attack. If I didn't take that, then I probably on my build, if you don't have a lot of like stuff, you take Force of Personality to get your will saves up. But if you run with spell resist, you have a lot of good gear, you have like spell absorb and stuff, you could probably skip this and do something else. It just depends. It's not hardcore, so we really don't need to worry about dying, right? All right, so we are going to get out of here. We'll go and do that, but we're going to get out of this area. Since we just TR'd, we need to get all of our stuff out of the reincarnation cache. We might as well pin our... There's the stone lion, and then where's the, where's Larry? Larry the lobster horse. He's living like Larry. He's in here somewhere. I just don't know what the, like, the little icon looks like at the moment. Is that it? No. Bro, we lost Larry already. Larry. He legit left. Oh, that's him right there. All right, there's Larry. Right? Larry's got a lobster tail, that's why. Got nothing in my backpack. Oh, we have our equipment. Let's see if they gave us some good equipment. I think it's still all crap, right? We'll see what the cosmetic looks like. That's a cloak. Alright, that's okay. It's like a corset with boots and... Alright, pretty cool. Dude, this magical dice, I can never get rid of it. How many of you guys have this magical die here? I don't even remember where it came from. 40th anniversary red box, 20-sided die. Grants a card. Sorry, it's over. It's been over for like a decade. I can't get the die out of my backpack, so I like constantly have to just keep it here. You can't bank it, you can't trade it. Give me my reincarnation cache. There it is. Okay. So we need all this stuff, right? I need my gem bag. I need my quick travel book. Ingredients. Hireling folder, lavender stone. Yep. I don't need to keep these though. I can get rid of these. Every time I remake a character, I get a new founder's home, so it's not like I need to keep it if I ever want one. I don't ever usually use it, but it's nice to have it. You know, like nostalgia. And these striding boots, like I no longer need these because I have a quiver of alacrity, right? So I just throw that on. Skullduggery, yeah, we need that. Don't need the natural armor. Gonna take all these scrolls. Oh, these are rare. I need to put these in the regular bank. Take my Harper pin. Take my spider cult mask. Give me those bells of opening, my invisibility wand. See, like, I technically didn't need to take invisibility because I have that wand there. I take the 5 cakes because I have them and I'm terrible. I die all the time. I've got my gibberish blade, got my broccoli juice. Give me my graders. Collectible, yes. One of these I use to keep my comms and like stuff that I loot, and then the other one I have this like weird stuff in it. Like this is the stuff, you know, like that we don't use that often, but I don't want to throw them away. I'm sure you guys, some of you guys out there probably do the same thing I do. Like I just hate throwing stuff away in DDO because you never know. They might change it and make this stuff like great tomorrow, and like, okay, now I have 19 Phantasm discs that I can use because I've been holding them for 12 years. But like, I mean, I don't want the stuff taking up space in my bank, so I keep them in this bag in my backpack. All these Shavareth stones, like I'm not going to get rid of them. I did a lot of work back in the day to get them, but do I need these? I'm going to take them. I'll take these. I have no idea if I'm going to need half this stuff. I could use these too. I might as well take those. Actually, we'll swap it. Okay. Do I need my archivist necklace? No. Do I need steps lenses? No. I already have restoration scrolls. Give me some heal scrolls. This stuff here can go in my main bank. This is the old monk gear that I was using. I'm gonna miss being that monk. That monk was good. The Hood of Unrest, yeah, we want that. Sapphire of Negative Amp. Just gonna throw it in the crafting bank. Black Rose Cloak, yes. Quiver of Alacrity, yes. Black Rose Armor, yes. That's... Yeah, I saved the rare scrolls on the guild ship for people who need them. Give me those. Tokens can go in my crafting storage. Okay, broccoli juice. I have some already. For the rest of this stuff... Yeah. Alright, so what am I going to wear? I just don't know yet. Am I going to use these weapons? This is an implement with impulse. No, I'm not going to use that. This is kinetic evoke. Not going to use that either. That is piercing shockwave. Nope. I'm probably not going to use any of this stuff. I think if you... Yeah, see, level 15 and the charisma 6, that's like way underpowered considered like the current gear level that we have in the game. Way underpowered. Plus 6 at level 15. But that should be plus 7. You could even make an argument to make it plus 8. Insightful charisma 2 is okay. That's okay. Vitality is always nice to get, so that's not terrible, but I'm going to equip something with a Master's Gift in it, so I won't use that. Yeah, it looks like all this is going to go. I mean, it's not a bad look, but the cosmetics that I'm just wearing this black. I love this. Like, in my opinion, this is some of the best armor that they designed for us. So, like, I wear it now. Like, it's my go-to outfit, that Black Rose coffer outfit. I just absolutely love it. Let's see what we got. So, I'm doing spell casting, right? So, I do need to have a throwing weapon. So here's our Flightfoot Greaves. So I'm just gonna destroy like the stuff that I got for free because I'm probably never gonna use it. Other than keeping this Bargainer armor as a cosmetic. And maybe the cloak as a cosmetic since they're both cosmetics, right? We could, I'll keep that too because that's unique. Okay. So I craft myself rings. So do I have a 15? Let's see what I have at 15. Could use the Shard of Zoriat. Alright, we're going to take that. Blurry, these gloves are really good defensively, right? Do I have the 3 pieces to do that? I do. So here's our first set bonus right here. We're going to do this is the Esoteric Initiate. I love this set. I wear it all the time. So there it is. And my crafted items, I do Constitution, Insightful Constitution, and Spell Resistance on a belt. It's an old belt with a green slot that I have Wizardry slotted into. I have variations of this belt that go all the way from 1 to cap. It's pretty much what I do to max out my hit points, right? And then for my ring, I always do the same ring on my character, which is basically spell resistance, sheltering, and then I have insightful spell saves. If I can find 2 slots, I always try to, and then I do fear immunity and something else. It doesn't have to be resistance. It's usually whatever I'm in need of, but like it's pretty good generic to have like the extra +5 resist. Having fear immunity is really good. So like if you're not on a tieflings are naturally fear immune, but so now I'm immune to fear, I'm immune to drowning. So I've already got like some of my core immunities up and running. This is a good ring to get ghostly if I can't find it, but probably what I'm going to do is go to level 5, like 5 to 8, and get my Feywild stuff. The first one that I want to find is the Cloak of Winter, because that will give me my Death Ward. And it also gives me like a really nice proc, that Ice Barrier. Even though it's heroic, it's not that much. It's still a really cool cloak to wear. I want my Crown of Snow if I can find it. I'm not sure if I have one. I should. I have a Crown of Butterflies. Do I not have a Crown of Snow for heroic? That's really sad if that's true. How do I not have a Crown of Snow? I should have a Hex shield as well. I have a feeling that there's a character on my account that has some of my low-level stuff, which is why I'm not seeing it right now. I think what we'll do, because this Crown of Butterflies has a Master's Gift in it, we're going to equip that for now. Likely to... I'll equip one of these. I'll probably do... Let's see what I have right now for defenses. Alright, I've already got Blur on me, and I've got 11 dodge, right? So that'll give me good luck. I don't have that yet. Resist, I already have resist 5, so that's redundant. Sheltering I already have. And my heal amp, I don't really care about. So the Sapphire Protect of Heroism would actually be good, but is this one better? Blurry, I don't need. Assassinate, I don't need. Deception, I don't need. Heavy Fortification, I don't need, right? Do I already have it? I already have it. So none of these trinkets are that good for me. The Bottled Sunlight, I think I'll wear that just for giggles right now, right? So yeah, man, I have to find my Crown of Snow at some point. I'm not going to do it now, but like that should be in here. I think I'm going to do the Duskbone Ring. This is an OG underwater action necklace for you guys who've been playing for a while. These things stopped spawning like 12 years ago, maybe even longer. They used to spawn all over the harbor. I haven't seen one of these spawn. I have not seen one on hardcore. For some reason they took them off the loot table. So super rare. Not that you can craft one, like you could make an underwater action necklace for level 1 for yourself really easy, but the random spawn underwater action items, I haven't seen them. The same thing with these low level, like that's a level 5 Vorpal Bastard Sword. Those, they still kind of spawn in Three Barrel Cove, but for the most part they're rare. Yeah, so it looks like there's definitely a character because I'm missing my shield. I'm missing my, let's see what happens at level 10. Do we have a weapon? Yeah, see, I'm missing my weapon. We might as well do this one though. Okay, that's good. Do I have a weapon? I should have a Barovia stick, right? I don't have a trinket, so I'm actually going to use this runic trinket because I don't really have a trinket that makes sense. Oh, there's a battle-worn medallion. I could do that. That'll give me heroism. That's better than this. All right, that's good. Yeah, I've got a character somewhere who has my gear, I hope. Either that or I accidentally deleted it or it got deleted somehow. Right? Like, I should have like a low level, like a level 10 Barovia stick. Is it in here? If not, though, I can just go pick one up. Right, so let's get my cane. Little cane action, and then my ice tooth here. That's cool. Yeah, I don't see it. Alright, low level Star of Irian we're gonna do first. We're gonna go and get our, we'll go to Ravenloft and we'll pick it up. And I should have a mithril, like an OG mithril shield that I can use until I find my Hexbreaker. Yeah, this one right here. Alright, that's fine. That's fine. Okay, there's my vampire bite. Bro, I'm not going to be biting anybody. Dark power. Your patron is among the Ravenloft. You toggle this on. Okay, that's what I need to do. All right, I need spell components for that. Might as well do this. Sorry, this takes a little bit of time for me to set up. Call on the mist. I don't know what that is, but we're going to pin it. We went with web-touched wretch, by the way. So whenever we get hit with melee or range, there's a chance we're going to be slowed for 6 seconds. However, all of our attacks, range, spell, or melee, should have a chance to cause a spectral web to pop up and slow and entangle the mob. So like, hopefully it looks cool. My decision to use that was because I think it's going to look pretty cool. But we're just going to do, actually I'll do the golden eyes for that. Yeah, it's super cool that these cosmetics are now like full time. We don't have to pick them up again. All right, I do need to pin. Okay, I've got my racials. What am I gonna do for this one? Probably we'll do Shatterkai. What is this? Phase step? No, I don't want to do that. I could do Deep Gnome. Illusion. I'm not really doing illusion though. And I'm not really doing acid, so like that would be a waste. Oh, Morning Lord. If I'm doing light, I am because I'm doing evil damage, so that's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, Morning Lord. Okay, so there's Morning Lord. That'll boost our evil damage. And then I always do the same for skills, fast heals, energy crit, and then I do brace. You make an argument that there's other ones in here that are probably better, but those are the ones that I just always use. All right, and this is our heal. Am I actually going to use Lesser Death Orb? Probably not, but I might as well like put it on the bar. Negative Energy Burst is our emergency heal. There's my finger. Okay, great. Dimension Door. Displacement, invisibility, Sleet Storm. All right, I haven't done my enhancements yet. Hey, there we are. We're getting there. All right, let's do this. Let's see what we can do here. So I've got 15 racials, 2 universal. I normally do Enlightened Spirit, right? Normally. It looks like I have access to all of them. Enlightened Spirit, Tainted Scholar, Soul Eater. Normally I don't do Soul Eater. Normally I do Enlightened Spirit. However, if I do Enlightened Spirit, I cannot access Embrace Death because it would pop me out of the undead stance. So I guess the question is, do I even bother with Enlightened Spirit? I probably shouldn't. What I probably should do is Soul Eater and then Cone. Probably is what I should do for now. We can always vary this. I mean, it's just like Enlightened Spirit is just so strong with shining through. It's just so strong, but I don't think we can access these with the bursts. I don't think we can access the new. I'm not sure if this works with those. I might be wrong though. We're gonna have to test it out and see. Like, can I do this small mist and then get the bonus evil damage and then burst them? Because if I can do that, that would be super cool. Or we're stacking charisma. That's the undead stance right there. This is a spell-like ability, creates an area of mist that lasts for 20 seconds. I already have this, right? I have it right here, Dread Mist. So it looks like it's exactly the same thing. This unconsciousness extension, this is basically don't count me out. I mean, that's always good to have. Drink in life, negative heal amp or positive heal amp. Yeah, so if you took the one that got like the reduction in positive heal amp, you could make up for it with that right there. So that's probably the best one. This is +1 Pact die. We definitely need to take that. Vampire Bite, negative level. So all of these on this side here are the Vampire Bite. I probably am not going to use the Vampire Bite at all. So I don't need to get the Ascendant Bite. I could try it though, just to see what it looks like. This is a touch attack. I don't really want to do any melee. I just want to do spell damage. This is an... Okay, Eldritch Essence stance, Eldritch die, Pact die. While using Focus or Enervating Shadow Blast shape, we get healed. What is this one? Okay, that doesn't have like a shape requirement. So what is Enervating Shadow Blast shape? That's a touch attack. I don't want to do a melee attack. When you're considered undead, your Vampire Bite heals you, okay? Enemies in a small area around your rush of bats. Oh, I played around with this on the test server, and this was really strong. So actually, I probably am going to do that one. Dodge is always great. We are wearing a robe, so that would qualify for that extra dodge. So technically, like I have 4 points left. That would be a good buy there. If I weren't going to use this, but I think I want to do this Rush of Bats thing. Alright, so that's all my racial points, right? We definitely want to spend this extra point here. If for some reason this line is not good, I'll just spec out of it. Alright, so let's take... Yeah, I'm so confused about some of this. So this is focused or enervating shadow blast. So that's focused. Right there. That's the normal single target. That's cone. What is enervating shadow blast? Has anybody ever used that? I don't think I've ever used that. There's the Eldritch Wave. That's stricken. I don't think that's it. That's not it, right? No, that's different. That's Steel Life Force. That's not... is it... It's not Tainted Scholar, is it? There's Utter Dark, Faltering Blast, Penetrating Blast, Enervating Shadow Blast Shape. Enervating Shadow Blast Shape. I literally have never heard of that. There's Stunning Blast. Oh, there it is. Okay. I've never used that. You guys ever use that? Eldritch Blast seeks out enemies. It sounds... I mean, hey, it sounds really good. It has like a homing thing on it. scales with 170, but is it single target? If it's single target, like the whole reason the chain shape and cone pop off is because they just, it's like you spray damage from cone and you melt everything in front of you, and chain does the homing thing that this says seeks out. Well, so does chain, and chain hits multiple targets. So I'm not sure that we want to do enervating shadow. So it looks like this vampire blast thing here, this eldritch die, pack die, you can use it on focus. So basically for a boss, I would like pop focus, and now I've got even more damage basically for killing a boss. So basically I think what I'm going to do is cone and then switch just to focus for like a boss kill, if I remember to. Likely I won't remember to, but I think that's the idea, right? So for now, this is what we're going to do. We're just going to basically... I also, when I play my Warlock, like a lot of people do these spells, so they throw out Consume and then they throw out Stricken. It's super cool to play that way, Feeding Frenzy. But for me, I like to be super lazy about it. So I'm not even going to probably take those spells over there. Which I hope I don't like upset you guys who love those, but I just don't even like to think about it. I just basically want to run around and blast stuff. Your attacks and spells generate... Yes, we'll take that. I don't care about Burning Blood. Although, did they fix Burning Blood? Burning Blood, like, I was getting hit with Burning Blood and suddenly I was, like, getting melted. So I'm actually going to take that. We're going to try it. Because I have a feeling that they, like, altered the damage calculation for that. Yeah, see, this is why people do. Like, you can blast the damage up when you have your dots on the mob, but I just don't like dotting them and then damage. It's too much for me to, like, track. I might as well take them though, right? Alright, what do we got here? Attacking with range, like, gives you 10% chance to gain spell points. Yes, we'll take that. We'll take that. Do I want to do this one though? Yeah, I'll take the SLA finger. Do I need Eldritch Wave? No, I don't need that. So I have 20 points. Alright, let's see what we can do. I might actually have to, technically, I'm not really worried about the spell points. I just want to make sure I have enough. I don't need to take Utter Dark Blast. We're gonna do Bewitching, definitely. Oh, I'm out of points. Dude. That's such a good CC, though. Alright, well, that's what we're going for next. We're going for Bewitching Blast next, and we will get it next. Yeah, it's so strong. So we'll just do double fingers, and we'll see how this plays. I mean, obviously, we could probably min-max this. I'm just doing this quickly because I'm not quite sure what to do yet with this build. I might wind up in Enlightened Spirit and just, you know, forget. Like, the other thing too is if I'm not going to be undead, I don't need that. If I'm not going to be undead, I don't need those. So at the moment, I'm not undead. Okay. I have no idea how this is gonna play. But we're gonna try it. See how it goes. All right, so we've got plenty. All right, so let's see what I can do. I can meta magic these. So we're gonna do that. Okay, I can quicken that. And heighten and quicken that. Okay. All right. Don't I have universals? I do. Okay. We're going to try Rush of Bats. See how it plays. What is that? Vampiric Blast. Is that a... It is. Okay, click that on. That's a stance. Oh, alright, that's a stance. So I don't even need to worry about getting... This... So this cone should shut that off, right? No? You can use them both. But yeah, I want to try Burning Blood. We want to see if this actually hits or if it's garbage still. Here's my SLA finger. Okay. Yep, give me the extra spell points from that. Alright, and let's spend our Reaper points. Everything charisma. That's as high as I can go there. We'll take that. Do a little PRR action there. Do a little reflex action here. And then take that. I've got a lot of points left over, man. I'm not gonna really worry about that. I guess I should technically like fill these out. That'll give me more power when I'm questing in heroics, and then later on, like I can respec it. They just charge you so much plat to respec later. It sort of feels like why bother? But I might as well just spend the points. I'm gonna take dexterity. That'll help my reflex saves. I still have points, so yeah, like... So we spent as many as we could. Okay, there's that. And then, what do I need to do? I need to go and get my Barovia stick, right? I have no idea how this is gonna play. Oh, actually, I can just warp there. Let's go. Did I just brick my character? I hope not, bro. I cannot enter in Reaper mode. I'm more than 4 levels, so I have to do Elite. I have no idea what to expect. Okay. Ooh, that's cool. Oh, it looks cool. It looks all minty. Oh, that's nice, dude. That's nice. Oh, I forgot. I don't have magic missile immunity. Like, inherent, right? Yeah, I forgot about that. So we're gonna have to, like, rethink, because I need to get magic missile immunity. Oh, I shouldn't have talked to him. Let's see what happens when I do that. Oh, God. What the hell was that? Rush of bats. Turn into a swarm of bats and rush ahead. Oh, so you actually you can't just rush. You actually have to target something. Let's see what this does here. Dread mist. Okay. It's like a little square of mist. It's not that big. What about the call on the mist? Enemies in a small area affected by the dread mist. So I have to do this, then that. I'm gonna try on these constructs. They're probably gonna be immune, but I'm gonna hit them with Eve Arts, and then we will like blast them up with the mist stuff. We'll give them mist action. I like the evil damage that's come. It's evil and force damage. That's really cool. So that's pretty strong right there. All right, let's throw our... So this here, we're going to do... So we're going to do Dread Mist on that dude. And then I'm going to try to do Call on the Mist right away. If it hits him, it should kill him. So it's like a death effect. You see what the range is on this, right? So I'll get pretty far away. So it's like really far, but not in range yet. I'm wondering, is it... Oh, actually, that's pretty far. I missed him with the death effect in the mist. So that's going to be like a thing. Like, I actually have to fight him in the mist. So yeah, I mean... It looks like this would be really cool to drop on a boss, right? Because it's going to make killing a boss, especially if I switch into that. It's going to go much faster, but... As far as like groups of mobs, this is such a small area, man. I want it to be like twice the size. That's the single target damage from like the focus blast. I mean, that damage looks really good. Here, I'll do the mist, and we'll see if we can pop up. We'll see if we can get like 1,000 if he's in that mist. No. Oh, he got stuck in it like a web. That's the other thing we need to watch for, right? We need to watch for that that like web effect that we have. this thing here. Right here, this web touch wretch. You know, I have a feeling that chain may be even better than this focus. Yeah, we're gonna have to try. Alright, give me the caster stick and I'm good to go. Okay. I wonder if our damage is going to go up even more. I mean, it doesn't look bad, right? This is just normal mob, so, like, we need to go into an R4. I think we should do that right now, right? I think we should go into an R4. That lady will give me a chest. Can I do my rush of bats to her, an NPC, or does she have to be like a mob? Yeah, it have to be a mob. It failed to target on her. Oh, I did it wrong. Right, there we go. Yeah, that death effect thing. We have not... Oh, actually, we just saw a web there. We hit him with a web. Unfortunately, it didn't look that cool, though. I was hoping it would have, like, a better visual effect. But we did hit, like, a sticky effect on the ground. I'm also watching to see if I get hit with a negative proc, right? Alright, so let's do that for giggles, right? Let's go to Clifftop Tower. We're gonna go into... We're level 15. These quests are level 15. If we go in on R4 for the Sharn, this should be like a pretty good indicator of like damage, right? Like how it looks. Obviously, I mean, it's not perfect, but it should be like a decent enough test for whether or not it's, you know, whether the damage looks like super good or... who do we have? Do we have Lara Faye? I think we do. Don't I have another? I do have Rana. Alright, so I am going to pin Lara Faye. And then if we need Rana later on, I'm just gonna throw Lara Faye on passive so she doesn't start trying to nuke the world, because she'll literally try to kill everything. But I want to get like a gauge on how... So, really need to figure out my magic missiles. Hopefully I don't get magic missiled. I'll probably die. If we come across a Famine Reaper, that'll probably be the way he gets me. He'll cast like Force Missile on me or something. Alright, how do we do with the SLA? I failed. Here's the regular spell. Failed. Alright, there's that. Let's see. Alright, Evarts work, but Evarts is great. Oh, it's a Fear Reaper. And the damage is okay. Gotta get right next to him. So I tried the In the Mist death effect. He and the mob made it save. That does not look very good as far as like damage goes, but I mean it's kind of expected, right? Let's get ourselves healed. Oh, that was good. Is he death warded? No. He's got a bunch of buffs on him, though. On-hit poison, on-hit damage, damage boost. Oh, boy. Let's see if we can hit him really quick with the mist and then the death mist. And see if it actually, like, procs on him. Actually, you know what? Because he's a champ. I'm gonna try it on this dude. And he's saved. And hit him with a finger. I mean, my DC, like, I'm not built for Necro DC, so I only have 38. But if I, like, optimize my gear, I could probably get my finger. I'm just thinking we would be a lot stronger playing a non-undead as an enlightened spirit. Because it's so much, like, the, having Shining Through is just so strong. Right? So I may just do this for now, for like today, and then I may like respec myself as Enlightened Spirit. Just to see where we are. I'm gonna hit that dude with Evarts. I mean, the damage, bro, that's like kind of low, right? 60, 50, like it's not a lot of damage. It's not a lot of damage at all. And, oh, that dude got hit by the death effect. Okay. Oof. Yeah, see the magic missiles. Just got hit by a ton of them. Okay, can I heal up a little bit? Nice. Honestly, it's just easier to finger stuff than to try to throw that tiny square of mist and then hit them with the next death effect. But I did get it to work once. So there's that and there's that. They both saved versus it. Evarts is way, way better, right? Like, it's sticking them. I haven't seen that spectral web that I'm supposed to have. Oh, hi, Plague Reaper. Come on. There you go. There we go. Alright, let's see if I can hit this dude with it, right? So there's he's in the cloud. And I'm gonna pop him with the death effect. He saved. My saving throw is 38. Yeah, so I would have to get it over 40 for it to be, like, kind of useful, right? Let's see if I can finger him. Oh, he saved versus that, too. Let's see what happens if I target those dudes in there and then do, like, the rush of bats to them. Right? So let's do that. I put a bleed on them, but the damage was not very impressive at all. And the other thing I'm like really worried about is I'm completely out of mana. On a warlock, that's really unusual. So like these... Yeah, it cost a crap ton of spells. That's only 20, but this one here, for some reason, it doesn't count as like an SLA. So I'm paying 72 spell points per cast of that. So I'm wondering if that Dread Mist is worth taking, or if you were actually going to use Dread Mist, whether it's better to take this one because this is the SLA version of that. This is probably the one to take because it costs 1 point, and then you can meta magic it and it's only going to cost you 4 spell points. So like clearly that's the way to do Dread Mist if you're going to use Dread Mist in your build. Using it like I'm using it is not the right way to do it because 72 spell points is insane. That's absolutely insane. Like I've literally got no spell points now as a result of that. The other thing too that costs a lot is me doing like the normal non-SLA Finger of Death. I think even the SLA fingers cost a ton of points as well. I think it's like 40 points, right? So I just did I saw one of those spectral webs hit. I'm not digging that rush of bats at all. It was cool when I was in low-level heroic doing it on mobs and waterworks, but in R4 doing it on like actual tough mobs, it doesn't really do anything, right? Like I just did it again. It's not worth the points. It's not worth the 4 points. So we're gonna spec out of that. We'll spec out of that. So this is what we learned. We're spec out of this junk. And we'll spec into this Dread Mist. And then either I'm going to try Undead. I'll probably also maybe get rid of this, although it's only 1 point, so it doesn't really matter. And I have 15 points over here, but I'm probably gonna leave Soul Eater and try either doing Chain and maybe like go all the way up Fade Arc to get permanent displacement, or I'll probably do Enlightened Spirit and we'll play around and try to get used to what's going on, and then I'll like read the forums and see what people find out for different synergies. So then with Life 2, we'll figure out what we're gonna do for the build for there. Because I mean, this isn't bad, but like that DPS is just terrible, man. Like it's so low. Wait till we get to the dinosaur boss. Like this is just gonna take an hour to kill him, right? Like I'm gonna hit these things with an Evart, right? The other thing I need to do too is drop my regular cast of Finger of Death. Like it's way too expensive. So like if I go Enlightened Spirit, I'll keep it because it would be nice to just have it. But if I stay Soul Eater, I can just... Because this one cost me 40 spell points, and this one cost me 48 spell points. Yeah, they need to redo this SLA. That SLA should not cost 40 spell points. That seems like way too expensive for an SLA. Hello. We'll hit him with our bats. See, we put a bleed on him, but like nothing really super helpful. Famine Reaper. If the Famine Reaper casts any sort of like force magic missile spell, I'm probably dead. Okay, he's dead. Good. That muscle is the strongest dude in this room. Alright, here we go. Let's see how far away I can be for this bat thing. Oh, that's pretty good, actually. -5 attack, -5 dodge. So, I mean, I guess if you were in a group with other, like, DPS that were high DPS, like that extra debuff on the characters might help somebody kill them faster, but since my DPS is so garbage anyway, it doesn't really help me. So it might be another build that's higher DPS utilizes that rush of bats more effectively than I am. I need mana. Let's do this. And the vampire bite thing too. Come on, man. It's like, what am I gonna do? It's so hard to get up next to something to do that melee attack. Alright, Death Ward, yes. We'll do some elemental resists. Do Good Hope. Displacement. Okay. And I'm gonna rush at bats right at that sorcerer. Okay. Oh, there's 2 Reapers and 1 Saphir Reaper, so I'm gonna stay next to him. And the dinosaur's already out! Bro, I might die in here right now. Stay close to the Fear Reaper. Alright, Fear Reaper's dead. Oh, I'm dead. We knew I was gonna die. Yeah, we got a bad... I got hit by a bunch of magic missiles right before I died. Which, I mean, that's like... that problem has to be solved. Can't run around taking damage from magic missile. I didn't realize the bosses came down that fast. Like, they literally came down immediately. I just don't like that at all. Sorry. Okay, Carnage Reaper needs to die. Alright, Carnage Reaper's dead. Oh, I got knocked down by the dinosaur! That's the other thing that we want to be in Enlightened Spirit for, right? Because we get knockdown immunity. I forgot about that. Bro, that's crazy, man. Alright, let's try to heal a little bit. Oh. Alright, what are we gonna do? Oof. I didn't even know you could hide up there. That's cool. My damage is so garbage. Look at that. It's taking me 9 hours to kill one dude. Alright, here we go. Oh, that dude's got me dotted or something. Alright, this dude needs to die. Alright, he's dead. Okay, so... just gonna try to heal myself a little before I go down and fight him. He's up here with me. I just saw another place that you can hide out, right? Like, you can jump onto this up here. I didn't know that you could do that. Alright, that's fine. That's fine. Alright, let's hit this dude with the... let's see what we can do. This is the whole point, right? So change to my boss killer stance. Okay, now I'm doing single target. He's in the mist. It still doesn't really look that good, right? Bro, we were on a monk and I was hitting things for like 40,000 damage every hit, right? Oh, look at that, though. That spectral web just webbed him. He's a boss, bro. So that's good. These dark gifts, they, that has to be a bug that they're coded to not respect boss immunity. But for right now, they're not respecting boss immunity. We just webbed him. That's crazy. What I'm talking about, if you don't know, is this thing right here. So like you have to pick a dark gift. We pick the one that like will web things, and then every once in a while we get webbed and slowed. But it's working on bosses. That has to be a bug, right? That has to be a bug. Yeah, we definitely need to get rid of this rush of bat stuff. Like another build will probably take advantage of that and utilize it in a way that would work out, but it's not working out for us. I just think Enlightened Spirit would make us a lot stronger for the heroics, and then like I'll just have to check the forums and see what builds people are posting and stuff. But we just did an R4, right? Like we did an R4. I'm not in, like, my gear is okay, but it's not min-maxed, optimized. I just went and picked up the Barovia Scepter. I haven't even repaired it. Like, it's just, I'm missing my normal shield. I'm missing, like, a bunch of stuff I normally wear, like my Crown of Snow. I have no idea where it is. It's lost somewhere. So, like, I'm not that upset about how we did because we were able to solo an R4, which, I mean, that's, you know, if you can do that, that's good. That means you got a decent build if you can solo R4s, right? I mean, would I? So here's the thing: 500 hit points. You saw how the game played when we were in there for that. So let's do a complete respec. It's still cheap now, right? We'll do a complete respec. We're getting rid of this completely. I would not use this at all. Like this Dread Mist. The normal one, no way. Because it's way too expensive. Way too expensive. The SLA version is the one that I would recommend to use. And then this Call on the Mists, like, it uses the same... It's like your Necro DC. So if you have a really good Necro DC, then yeah, that's just going to be another death effect spell that's going to hit. So that's great. All right, we're skipping that. We will take that Pact die damage, though. And because I'm not undead, I'll take that positive. I need one more point there, so that's fine. And then probably I have 5 racials, probably dodge, right? And then this one, because this is like focus stance, and I do jump into focus stance every now and again, so that's fine. Yeah, we're skipping that, so let's just do another one there. All right, so that's the 15. We got 2 of these. Okay. I definitely want that. Okay. Don't need that. Okay. So it always is evil, so I do not need to take Utter Dark Blast, because Utter Dark Blast is already built into this stance. So I'm good there. That's super cool. All right, and my displaced summons, that's part of like the minion enchanter build, so I will take that. So we used all of those. And then the next time we level up, we're gonna throw points here and we're gonna grab Bewitching Blast. But we did get Shining Through. And we have both of our, so that's gonna, Shining Through alone is, it's like easy mode for heroics, right? So get rid of all that other junk, all this junk here, and then we'll reset all this. All right, that's the Dreadmist SLA that now costs 4 points instead of 72 points. Way better. And here's my, that's my aura. Okay. That's a burst. All right, that's my resists. That's good. There's Shining Through. Excellent. There's Spirit Blast. Okay, that's my, whatever they call those, my Imbue. Oh, and I have Vampire Blast right here, so let's activate it. Okay, great. Awesome. Yeah, I'm digging that, man. That's good. Yeah, that's definitely really good. Okay. All right, I'll put the Dread Mist right here. I'm gonna move that there, and then this here. Yeah, that's so bad. It's like level 1 spell. It costs so much. Yeah, that looks fine. That looks fine. I'm gonna switch those. Yeah, I'm probably not going to use that Call on the Mist death effect unless I can get my Necro DCs up. Like if I focused instead of enchantment, if I focused Necro, like you could certainly do that. Then it would hit a lot better.
Adventure calls far and wide, monsters and dragons, lost piles of gold. Where are they in long lost cities and sunken ruins? If can find treasure, I will try. Let's play Dungeons and Dragons. I will stay with my party until I die. Let's play Dungeons and Dragons. forget how to live in the real world. I forget how to live without rolling the die. And my dice have 20 sides, and I heard there's a dungeon nearby. Let's go find a dragon and make it fly.